Welcome to Ghoulish. I am Max Booth, a host, and this is the second time I've had to record this introduction because my mic was muted last time and I didn't check because I, in addition to being a host, am a dumbass. So I'm not going to spend the fucking 5 or 6 minutes I just spent last time talking about this episode. Real quickly, back in 2018... my friend Andrew Hilbert and I attempted to do a podcast called The Taco Summit. Myself and him and a special guest would sit down and eat tacos and talk about writing. We did one episode and then discovered that scheduling was a nightmare because I live about 50, 60, 70 minutes away from his house, and it wasn't feasible, so we abandoned the idea like we abandoned many ideas because it is easy to abandon an idea. It's also fun to give up. I recommend always giving up. But because I have not had much time the last 2 weeks to record any new content, I thought, hey, why leave you hanging again? Why not show you the failed pilot of the Taco Summit with Trey Hudson and Andrew Hilbert? Now, before I leave you, I will let you know the reason why I haven't had any time to record a new episode of Ghoulish. I've had a lot of exciting things going on in my life. I can't get into specifics of all of them, but I will say I've had lots of meetings with folks who could change my life. I've been frantically rewriting a screenplay. And maybe not related. Today, Monday, August 17th, the day I'm recording this intro for the second time, I should remind you, I put my 2-week notice in at the hotel job I've had for the past 8 years. So the last day of August will be my last day looking at that fucking shitty-ass hotel. Going into September, I'm going to be unemployed. I'll be making my only job, writing, freelance editing, podcasting, and of course, running an indie publishing company, which is called Perpetual Motion Machine Publishing. We do all types of books. We've been in business for like 7 fucking years now, and it's about time I tried making it my only job. If you want to help support us at all, I have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/PMM Publishing. And if you want to buy some of the books we publish, go on over to perpetualpublishing.com. All right. So let's go ahead and listen to this failed pilot from 2018. Just a quick a word of caution. We will sitting in Andrew's kitchen eating tacos while doing this episode, so the sound quality is not going to be the greatest. I think it's okay, but it's not great. So if you don't want to listen to a couple of chuckle fucks eating tacos and talking about writing and cockroaches, this is probably not the episode you want to listen to. It's okay to skip this one. I've already got the download, and that's all I want. Oh, and also a rating and review on iTunes. Give me those as well. But don't make the rating reflected of the quality of this episode. It's an okay episode. I like it. Also, I miss hanging out with Andrew and Trey. I miss hanging out with my pals. And this is the closest I can get, is listening to an old episode of the Taco Summit from 2018. So why don't you come and hang out with us for about an hour and a half or so? And why don't you go buy some tacos? Make some tacos as you listen to this episode. Make it an actual Taco Summit. It's an interactive podcast where you eat a taco as we eat a taco. Every time someone takes a bite, you take a bite. How's that sound, huh? How the fuck does that sound? All right. Patreon.com/PMM Publishing. I am going to need as much help as I can get. That's all I have to say. Yeah. All right. Oh, I'm also going to leave in the theme song I made for the Taco Summit podcast because I quite like it. And I'm never going to get a chance to use it again, probably. So why not recycle it now? After this, after I laugh like a maniac and then cough. Okay? All right. Here I go. I'm doing it. Oh, boy. Welcome to the debut episode of the Taco Summit. I am Max Booth, and today I am joined by a couple of knuckleheads.
Dude, that's fucking offensive.
To who?
You're in my house, man.
My dog is here. That's offensive to my dog.
I haven't seen a dog since I came in.
That's the way we like to keep it, man. Just keep them outside.
It's stuffed.
You one of those guys who like has an imaginary dog.
Everyone had a
Have you met a guy with an
dog.
imaginary?
A few times. I mean, you see him on sitcoms.
In the past
sometimes.
10 years, have we met someone who has an imaginary dog?
Yeah, man.
You know, I've actually seen someone walk. You know those like invisible dogs on leashes?
Oh, those prank leashes.
I've seen that at the
Yeah.
grocery store, and I'm not like within the last 5 years. So in my adult life,
Yeah.
I've seen it, and then I just murdered the person. It's like, you're not funny. Nobody cares about you. Die.
What did you do with the dog?
I'm picking up and shit 5 times a day now, man. Those invisible dogs, no one ever tells you, man. They shit a lot.
Wait, you saw someone in a grocery store with a leash? Just dragging a leash? No.
No, but it's like erect at the
yeah.
at the end, you know, kind of slopes upward. So it's like, you know,
Just an
It's
invisible
Oh,
a-
I got
dog
you.
with a-
Like a
right.
comedy act.
And there's a
shit.
hardened noose where the
I
collar
got
would
you.
be.
Yeah.
But
I've
yeah.
never seen that in person.
You've never seen it,
man.
dude? You
I've
could probably
seen
hit
it on
somebody
some
with it.
TV
You
shows,
probably heard it.
probably. But
get somebody with it.
Yeah, you probably could. What? So I'm Andrew Hilbert, and you are
I'm Trey Hudson.
Trey Hudson. Trey, what'd you bring us today?
I brought you some tacos from Taco Deli, Incorporated, LLC, trademark since 1999.
Do you own a part in this? Or
You
you
have
currently
stock
No,
in
being
it?
sued?
they did give me some free. They did give me some free chips and queso, so
Oh
I'm
man,
gonna give them
so
a shout out.
they kind of sponsored this show then.
They kind of did, yeah.
Wow.
I wish I would have told them. Maybe they would have gave us the tacos for free too.
We should do that next time. Like, hey man,
Try to
yeah.
try to
we
profit
might-
off this bad idea.
Yeah, we might give you one free customer and like give us $30 worth of free tacos.
I mean,
you
if
know?
I'm driving to Austin, we should definitely make something out of it.
Yeah, we should. I mean, this probably cost them what to make?
Them to make,
Yeah, exactly.
maybe like $5.
And then they just found some meat on the road. It cost them nothing.
Right? They gotta pay the guy to go find animals to run over.
Yeah, they have
But
to
then,
pay
other
for
than
the
that-
shovel.
Well, I can donate an invisible dog to them. So.
Oh man,
That's pretty good.
it's not bad. You got some beef.
I have
Maxie got
fish.
some fish. I got some veggie stuff.
Wow. Combination of many things.
Yeah.
Running the gamut here.
Oh, rest in peace, scam it. So the idea of this podcast, there's no idea. I haven't given it much thought. I don't think you have, Andrew.
Uh-uh.
Just the idea of a taco summit is, I don't know who came up with the name. I think it was Bobby or you.
One of us in the group messages, in which only you or I ever respond to, said, well, I think I came up with it. Just
Okay.
I'm gonna be that.
Yeah,
Say
fuck
this-
Bobby. He's not
Yeah.
you.
He said, hey,
That's-
come down to radio. We'll have a taco summit. Gabino came. Bobby Hilliard, you might know him as Robert Dean. He came, and Max came, and I came, and we all had a good time sitting outside radio, drinking beer, and eating tacos. And
Shout out to Veracruz.
Veracruz tacos are the shit. We're eating Taco Deli, which are the shit too, but it originated over Veracruz tacos, and I think we had this idea that we'd be able to do this again, but corralling as many riders as you can to eat tacos together is harder than you think in Austin, because tacos are fucking everywhere and riders are assholes. You hear that, Gabino and Bobby?
Respond to all messages. But yeah, because riders are also boring, the only thing they seem to talk about is writing and what they've read recently. So since that's what we talked about every time we met up, why not make it a podcast? Maybe someone might listen to it.
Yep.
Honestly, maybe we might get free tacos out of it.
I think next time we could get some free tacos.
I think so, definitely.
I was hoping to get free tacos anyway. I fucking work for Taco Deli. That's a caveat to all this.
Yeah.
Sort of.
They
I'm an
didn't give you
independent
free
contractor.
tacos?
Well, they contract me out to sell their tacos on the weekends at farmers markets. So I'm more of like a hired gun. You know what I mean?
So basically,
just rolling to town, the tumbleweeds rolling. I'm coming through, got tacos in the holsters. Got some salsa out of something else,
Are they wrapped up or just fucking loose tortillas?
I just got a tortilla belt.
It depends on how I'm feeling, man.
Tortilla skin boots.
It depends on how
A tortilla face mask.
You just have a pocket full of queso.
You want some queso on that?
Hard shell cowboy hat.
Yeah, that might be something. So, let's do a brief intro of what we do.
Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead.
I'm Andrew Hilbert. I write weird stories. My latest book was from Perpetual Motion Machine Publishing, who the publisher's sitting right across from me, licking queso out of his hearty mustache.
That invisible dog.
Giggling and wiping his mouth. Invasion of the Weirdos. You can get it anywhere. I'm also doing Dear Man. It's a podcast, serialized. It's a directionless, serialized novella, which means it's not really a novella. It's just serialized bullshit. But yeah, that's me.
All right.
I am the creator, editor of Match 8 Magazine, or was formerly Match 8 Magazine. I think it's disbanded at this point.
Oh, shit.
New project in the works called the Cockroach Conservatory. It's just a refined version of Match 8. Some tweaks. Make it more legit. Do it less often. Bring up the quality a bit. And also trying to write short stories for the first time ever.
How's that going?
It's going okay. It's kind of like, I feel like I'm on a roll, and then other shit will happen, and I'm like, all right, I'll come back to that. So it just sits. Things sit a little bit, but I feel like I got some good ideas about stories to write.
Do you read a lot of short stories?
Yeah, I read a lot of short stories, novels, poetry. I'm kind of new to the game of trying to publish anything, so
yeah,
that's been a process in which Andrew has been helping me out with.
Yeah, I told him, look, 3 cents a word, man.
Woo, woo, woo.
You can get rich.
What lessons have you been giving them?
Basically,
I just take your status updates about what not to do and say, hey, Trey, dude, follow this, because I can't have any more competition.
Yeah, because you don't do social media, right?
Mm-mm.
So
no,
I
don't.
Do you print them out?
Yeah, print them out, frame them, give them to them. It's like, look, that is exactly.
I'm
what
up on
you
the
do.
email. I mean, I got an email.
Yeah.
I got an electronic mail account.
See, so you should. That seems to be where things are going, anyways, right? Where everyone has a MailChimp. I know a couple of writers who are doing newsletters rather than social media.
That's what we do.
And that's what Perpetual does.
Of course, we have about 3,000 subscribers, maybe 300 to 500 open it anytime I send anything.
Yeah.
Never all of them. Half of them Russian film bots, probably.
Yeah.
I'm convinced most of them will actually MailChimp because the more subscribers I get, the more I have to pay.
Right.
So I think they just fucking send fake accounts to subscribe, so I have to pay more.
That seems like it'd be a lawsuit somewhere.
Well, you have to pay for subscribers?
Once you get a certain amount, like once you get past 2,500, you have to do like a subscription fee.
Nice.
So Max, what do you do? What's your life about?
I don't need to introduce
Yeah,
myself.
you gotta
tell us,
the
man.
listeners know all about me.
Tell us. It's more than
Well,
just
tell
laptops.
Trey here.
It's more than just open laptops and erections. I know that.
Is it?
What about blowing your shoe?
Huh?
What? My name is Max. I do the Small Press Perpetual Motion Machine. I do a podcast about Stephen King books called the Castle Rock Radio, and I live in San Antonio, a little small town outside San Antonio.
How do you pronounce that, anyways?
Cibolo.
Cibolo. I always want to say Chibolo or Chibolo.
Oh, I also do a night shift at a hotel, and anytime anyone comes to the hotel, they always mispronounce the name.
Yeah.
They go, Cibolo.
So Castle Rock is going once a week now.
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing to yourself?
I don't know, man. We had a Patreon goal. If we reached 300 a month, we would begin doing it once a week. I didn't think we would reach it, and we finally did.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many goddamn things that we could talk about that Stephen King has written. So we're not going to run out of material.
Yeah. And he's not, like, stopping anytime soon.
Don't say that, man. He just died. Like, as soon as you said that, he just died.
You got a Twitter
Fucking banned
update. Stephen King dead.
There was a solid silence there for like half a second.
I actually was scared. I was like, man, I haven't checked my notifications in a while. Maybe he did die.
It's going to make it awkward once he does. Like, do I continue the show? All right. Tell me about your podcast. How did that begin?
Dear man, I just wanted to do. I mean, you know, I saw a bunch of people doing Patreons. And I was like, man, how can I get some of this free sweet money? And started writing. Well, Dear Man, I actually had as an idea when I was a kid, because I thought all the good superheroes were taken, all the animals.
Yeah.
And what's like the next best animal that's actually not that cool, but if you're scraping the bottom of the barrel, you'd get a deer. And so I thought, Dear Man, let's do it. And the story evolved a little bit, but it's still just as stupid as any fucking 7-year-old who thought of it would be.
Do you ever see an end to Dear Man? Are you like, this
No,
is your life's
I know
work,
how it's
and
gonna.
this is
I
your,
know how
this
it's
is
gonna
your,
end.
you're gonna keep it rolling. Like,
I know how it's gonna end, but the good thing is, like, it can be as bloated as it wants, and I can end it at any point because I know exactly what's gonna happen at the end.
What? Tell us.
No, you have to pledge $1.
Have you thought about adding a sidekick named Doughboy?
No, I haven't.
Doughboy.
DOE.
Oh,
Hey.
dude, that's good.
He's made out of dough.
That's sick.
That's good.
Yeah, man.
I might take that. Weren't we gonna do a crossover of the hotel and the deer?
Yeah, man, we need to do that.
Let's do it. We still gotta eat it eats dick.
Yeah, I'm waiting on you.
I know.
It's taking so long.
I know. I've been too busy clobbering dick, dude.
Speaking of dick, we could talk about that.
What? The dick?
Yeah, it eats dick.
It eats dick, yeah.
We could also talk about the performance we all did a few months ago. How did that come about?
It came. I saw Isaac Kirkman and Danny Gardner were gonna come visit Gabino, and me just, I was like, hey guys, I can book a show for you, and kind of waited on it for a little while, and then realized that readings are really fucking boring, and and nobody likes going to them. So I came to Trey one night because we worked together, and I was like, dude,
It was right before a shift.
yeah, it was right before the shift. It was probably like 3 weeks out. It's like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm gonna do for these guys, and you're like, let's make it like Clue. The board game Clue, and then we came up with the title "Who Killed Andrew Hilbert" and just like wrote it basically at work.
Yeah. Just on a Tuesday night, it's slow enough. You can do shit like that. Radio, coffee, and beer, man. Come check us out Tuesday nights.
You were kind of the mastermind of the whole, like, you were the mastermind of the whole thing, and for me it was like great because I got to host a show without actually hosting a show.
Yeah, but it was more of refining it together.
Yeah.
Being like, okay, how are we going to make all of this fit? Because little shit would get tossed out like, you should impersonate me. It was just an idea out of nowhere. And it's like, why would I impersonate you? Okay, I would impersonate you because I'm a fucking terrible actor who thinks that all these people are screenwriters, not novelists.
Yeah.
So this is the only reason why I would agree to this. So it's really like these insane ideas getting thrown out and being like, okay, we can make this work together.
Yeah.
Let's make the story fit these fucking ideas. And you, for some reason, were so hell-bent on me shaving your mustache.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, you gotta shave my mustache. I was like, all right, dude, let's make it happen.
Well,
And we
part of
gotta
it-
really make it work at the end. Man.
Part of it too is because he prides himself on doing good impersonations of people, right?
Yeah.
And I asked another coworker, "Is like, so does he have an impersonation of me?" And she was like, "Yeah, he does." And he would never fucking show me the impersonation. He wouldn't.
Oh, I have one.
And you still don't have one.
I really don't
So this was a kind of a way for me to get my way and see how you did it.
nice.
It was an excellent impersonation.
I think it was
Yeah.
uncanny.
How much time did you take to prepare? Did you just practice at your house? Like,
We
pacing?
practiced here, didn't we?
We practiced here a couple times.
Yeah.
It was mainly like right before the show. We practiced in the dry storage. We're like,
Yeah.
let's make sure that we got the beats, like the moment that
Yeah.
we would respond to one another. And there was one moment on stage where we both were like,
What happened?
what is going to happen next? And you're like, well, fuck you, guy. And
What
it
was supposed to
fun.
happen?
I don't remember.
No.
I don't remember at all. I mean,
And nobody knew because we were the only ones
Yeah.
who knew what was going on.
And honestly, for me, it's like, dude, that show was pretty packed
It
for
was
a
packed.
reading. Because I think part of the thing was nobody knew what it was, and so when
Right.
the Chronicle put Who Killed Andrew Hilbert and all that when they wrote about it, I think people thought it was going to be some kind of big production and not like a reading. So it worked out for everybody,
Yeah.
you know. And I think people sold books. I don't know. Did you sell any books?
All the
two.
You
readings.
sold 2 books.
Yeah.
See, that's
All the readings were fucking amazing.
Dude, Ria
That was-
sold a lot.
Yeah, she did. I have a friend, Zach, that was out there, and he's a publisher himself, but he does like anthologies mainly. And he, went up to her, and she did very well. And hopefully she comes back to Austin. Hopefully we can do more with her and trick more people into coming to a reading.
What would be the next name? Like, you can't fool someone with that one now.
No,
It
no.
needs to-
Well, okay, so
the musical.
let's bridge the gap. Let's
What?
talk about this.
Eat Stick the musical.
Yeah, man.
There we go.
Dear Man the musical, Edie Dick the musical. So I want to do a show that's crafted like a benefit.
Okay.
Like make a fake fucking charity.
I'm down.
Make people think that they're coming out for this badass cause.
Fucking
And then they
leprosy of
show
illness.
up and then you're just like, I don't know if these people are serious or not. Like, actually believe it. Like, really believe that you're doing a good thing and go. Like, if anyone questions it, just be like, it's hard to question in that situation. Like, we're raising money for this
But you know
wonderful
who does
cause. We're
question-
going to save the cockroaches, and then you're in here saying that this isn't real?
You know who doesn't have a hard time questioning those kind of things?
Who?
The IRS.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, you made $3.50 trying to save some cockroaches? Let me see that organization. Bucko.
1,000 men a year mutated in a deal.
There we go.
There you go.
Blue tongue.
Well, do you like a leprosy of illness thing? And we all just get makeup like we have leprosy.
Lop up a fucking finger.
Shaking hands.
Just any disease that's been virtually cured, let's just act like it's
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
You know what? It's only contagious 3 times a month, and this is I think this is in
What day is
between
it?
one of those. Yeah. Do this, the thumb thing. Oh God!
But no, I want to do it. I want to do it. Have readings, have music, have Eat Stick the musical, have Dear Man the musical.
Maybe
That's the way.
Just
to go.
one act plays, dude. Just
Dude,
one
well,
little short thing.
here's the thing: if we do a reading and we do like a music, this is actually a pretty good idea. This is how Who Killed Andrew Hilbert came about, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
We can have like a reading thing, so we can do a benefit and a reading thing, but each break is a song, where, because if you've seen those telethons where they have like everyone calls in, they have performers and stuff. Well, you can have the host do like a fake telethon kind of thing, have a screen.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like, and now we're gonna have a piece from the hit musical "It Eats Dick," and then have people come out with a song,
Yeah.
and perform
See,
it.
this is more feasible. If you're talking like one song,
Right?
craft one song for Dear Man,
Yeah.
craft one
Oh,
song
dude, the
for
song's
Eat
already
Stick.
written, dude.
A fake 24-hour long.
Dude, a 24-hour long.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, that matches your
That's
other
what I'm
idea.
saying.
Yes!
So I had another idea that I want to make a movie called About Blank.
Okay.
Like, about : blank. When does it show up on the computer? Do you guys know?
What are you talking about, dude? You sound like a crazy person.
The fuck is in that queso?
You sound like you've never looked at a computer, man.
Like, in the address line, when you're about to type an address, do you ever see that?
What the
Show
fuck are you talking about?
The word about :blank, all pushed together. No.
Dude, I think you have a fucking Russian
Maybe I had a
virus.
dream about this. I don't know. Anyway, that's the name that I want it to be. But I want it to be about absolutely nothing, as much as we can. Just make a movie about nothing. Make it like Make it fucking 2 hours long. I want it to be long.
24 hours.
You want to make it 24 hours?
Well, let's do the real. Let's do a 24-hour live stream thing.
And then edit it down. Or what?
No. Let's do the musical thing so we can have a number of songs. We can do a 24-hour live stream for the Cockroach Conservatory or whatever.
Yep.
Or Leprosy.
A Cockroach Conservatory Fund.
Yeah. And we can just do it. We can do it up and have artists and other idiots like us come and do things. We can invite Bobby and Gabino to do something too. But we can also just have those can be like built-in breaks, because if they don't show up,
That's true.
Right.
no, they'll show up.
Get like costumes. People tend to be different entertainers.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you shape half the mustache.
Shave that.
I'm Andy.
Well, the thing about it too is we have the space. There was someone asking us when we're going to do a show at the spot. And there's a lot of outdoor areas, so you can blend it, like have the movie playing inside, have all the shit going on outside. And there's no shortage of people that want to play music in front of people in this city.
Yeah.
Like anybody's down.
Get a Sublime cover band.
I got one.
I think we can do that.
We can make a Sublime
I know.
band.
How hard could it
Nobody
be?
will do it.
Make Bobby do it.
Will do
Oh,
it.
dude. Bobby, you hear that? You're gonna be the Bradley Noel of this Sublime cover band.
He's not listening.
I hope
He
not.
doesn't give a shit.
Don't listen, Bobby.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
The horror pizza anthology.
Yeah.
How'd that come about?
Okay, yeah. A few months back, no, it was sometime in last year, I co-wrote this thing with David James Keaton about a post-apocalyptic setting. Will a man who used to kill pizza delivery drivers meet a kid who used to be a pizza delivery driver, and they film a friendship. And we couldn't sell it anyplace, so we thought, well, you know what? We need to make this a book. So we just did an open call, and we're just going to put the one we wrote at the very end as like a special edition.
Yeah.
So really it just began because no one else would accept the thing we wrote.
Nice.
It's a great concept. But
Yeah, Tales from the Crest.
Yeah.
Still open till submissions until June.
How many submissions have you gotten?
120 something.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah.
That's so many.
And the last one I did, Lost Films, I got like almost 300, I think.
Wow. How many do you accept for things like this?
It's
Like
just
20?
It depends on
that.
the world count because
Yeah.
we pay by the world.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. So whatever's within your budget.
Right, yeah. So
That
we're
makes
going to
sense.
accept about 80,000 worlds for this
Okay.
one because we're
Gotcha.
paying 3 cents a world.
Yeah.
We've gotten a lot of shit, though, because
Yeah.
we don't want it to be a goofy book. Like, we
Yeah.
want the subject matter to be treated with complete sincerity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're getting a lot of, haha, pizza, that's so wacky. I've gotten about 6 submissions called Pizza Face. They love that title.
Whoa. That's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Well, I guess Pizza Face by Andrew Hilbert isn't getting
Do that, man.
Right. I might as well scrap that one too.
shit. Oh, you wrote Pizza Face 2?
Yeah.
Pizza Face
Well,
2?
Pizza Face 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would
Also,
look at that.
yeah.
I love things that will sequels to something that do not exist.
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Pizza Face 2. See, there you
I'm
are.
just going to add a
There's the
2 to
opening.
whatever story I already wrote. Dude.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to weigh in.
Whoa. I totally forgot what the fuck I was
Yeah.
going to say. Oh, that's not important. Life is meaningless.
Yeah, that's true.
It is.
What was the last thing you guys read?
Last thing I read was I'm almost done with the Troop Pendant Cutter.
How do you like that?
It's pretty good. It's like Stephen King.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically if Stephen King wrote that.
You can tell that guy likes Stephen
Yeah,
King.
you can tell he's a Stephen King fan.
He has a book. His last book was called A Little Heaven, and it was so obviously just like an It ripoff.
Yeah.
Like it has 2 timelines. Like 20
Right.
years later, they go
Yeah.
back to the same thing to fight the same thing they fought 20 years before.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's okay. I mean, there's some gross out stuff, and there's some things that he describes really well. But in the end, it is a lot like a Stephen King book, which is good if it was Stephen King, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you not like it just because it's like a Stephen King book?
No, I mean it's
Or
just
does that idea that someone's like jocking somebody else's style just make you like,
no. It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, because there's plenty of Stephen King books that I just think are like whatever.
Name one. You piece of shit.
Oh, you like them all, huh?
No.
Yeah. What was the other one I read? Oh, I just finished. Goddamn. Fuck it. Forget it. Oh, it was The Monkey Treatment by
The Monkey Tree.
yeah, George R. Martin, which is basically like Quitters Inc. by Stephen King too.
Oh, yeah?
yeah, but for fat people. So
Oh, nice. What
the
about
last
you?
thing I read was Zero Saints.
Oh, how'd you like that?
I really liked it.
Oh, man. That would have been awkward if you said it was...
I thought it was really good, and what prompted me to buy that book was his reading
Yeah.
at Who Killed Andrew Hilbert.
Yeah, that's Gabino Iglesias.
Yeah, I was impressed by every reader, but he in particular definitely had a certain flow
Yeah.
to when he was doing his reading. Where I was like,
Yeah.
man, this really,
it was all Spanish.
really
Man.
great.
Right.
I know, just there was something about it. Well, you could just tell he's been doing that shit for a long time.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
like I don't know how many readings he's done, but
Did you buy it there? No, you bought it off. You bought it off the internet.
yeah,
With
I'm way too
about
flustered. I'm way too-
blank.com Amazon.
I'm way too flustered after shows to do anything.
Yeah.
I don't normally feel super awkward, but anytime there's a show, I feel super awkward.
Dude, now you know how it feels. to be
Before
me.
and after, you're just like, okay, I gotta get out of here. I just shared too much. I'm gonna go now.
But you were just being me. Were you like that horrified at
I had to
80
go
extra
take a
pounds
shower.
on your body?
I had to
Yeah.
go take a shower with some fucking steel wool and a wire brush just to get that feeling away.
Dude, fuck you.
It was an honor, actually, Andrew.
Hey, man. What was the last thing you read?
Death Wish by Brian Garfield.
Haven't read that.
It's the novel that inspired the movie.
Death Wish?
Yeah, the movie's called Death Wish.
Oh, yeah.
It was mediocre. Yeah. The ending is pretty different from the movie. Have you guys seen it?
Well, yeah,
No,
yeah.
I haven't seen
It's
it.
not that good of a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing is about being a vigilante because his wife dies because someone breaks into the house and
Yeah.
rapes and kills her. So he decides to take justice into his own hands. He buys a gun. He goes around New York City just shooting anyone who tries to mug him.
Okay.
It's pretty bad. It's like NLA propaganda.
Yeah. Wow.
But in the movie, he's killed a shit ton of people. The police are all on his side.
Yeah.
At the end, he gets shot trying to hunt down his latest victim. It's really like a slasher movie almost from the villain's point of view. And he's in the hospital, and this cop who's been investigating him, he comes up. He's like, "You gotta get out of this city, man." And they don't arrest him. He's like a Disney ending almost.
Yeah.
But in the book, it's been out since '72.
Yeah, this spoiler alert.
In the book, he goes so fucking nutty. It ends with him spotting these kids, these children, throwing rocks at a train. He executes them all at point blank range.
Damn.
And-
What the fuck?
Yeah, and this cop sees him, and he just like takes his hat off and looks the other way so the guy can go.
Whoa.
What?
Even after he just off
Yeah.
some
Dude,
kids.
that's some fascist shit right there.
Right, but I mean, the guy who wrote it, he's really like liberal and
Yeah.
stuff. He wrote it as a point to show how that shit doesn't work and it just
Yeah,
fucks with you.
right.
But the movie kind of just went, oh yeah, let's shoot some criminals, let's shoot some minorities.
Yeah, like fucking every Dirty Harry movie.
Yeah, and I read it because the remake comes out tomorrow, and I was writing a lit reactive article about the book.
Yeah.
And the remake is done by Eli Roth, so I doubt it's going to be any less terrible.
Yeah.
I don't
And
think
Bruce
that guy
Willis is a star, right?
yeah. And there's a lot of scenes where he has like a gray hoodie on. He's like, finally, someone's going to take justice into their own hands. The preview is just him shooting a bunch of black kids.
Oh my god.
This is the movie we need right now.
Is this a
Dude,
blockbuster
this is
hit?
Trump's
Like,
Yeah,
this is
man.
coming out?
Yeah, tomorrow, theaters.
Whoa.
What the fuck? I see. I haven't seen any trailers or anything. I just saw Bruce Willis starring in the remake.
I'm on the fence about this kind of shit because I want to go, like, I want to see Terrible that close up. Like, I think it's important for you to know that some people feel this way, even if you don't. But I don't want to fucking give money to
Pirate it.
it. You know, it's like, shit. Yeah, I'm going to have to pirate that.
I would pirate it, but I keep running into this about colon blank. Have you guys seen this? Have you guys seen this?
You guys know about this? I was
Dude,
deep,
you're a Russian bot, dude.
I was deep in the web.
Were you in the deep web? Have you been to the deep web?
No, man.
I've never been to the deep
I don't
web.
even
Have you
know
been to the
what
deep
that
web?
is. I would
Too
just- I would say
stupid.
things.
I think you have to download like a special browser.
You download a special browser and you automatically get
Is it
like
Mozilla Firefox?
Internet Explorer.
Yeah.
Aye.
Go back to Netscape, dude.
I don't know, man. Like, you can buy grenades, I don't know.
Yeah,
Buy cocaine and grenades.
My feeling about the deep web is that it's just a bunch of narcs.
Yeah.
It's just like a bunch of FBI agents saying, "Hey,
Hello,
kid, you want?"
my fellow
It's got to be
kids.
the fact that we know about it.
Yeah.
Says something, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
It ain't that deep.
one of the guys who started the Silk Road, which is like a website on
Mm-hmm.
the deep web, was an Austinite. Like he went to Austin High.
Alec Jones.
What's his name? It's not, I don't know. He had some.
Jack Wilson.
Oh, it was. It almost sounded like a Germanic kind of name,
Oh, man.
but he was an Austinite and he got arrested.
You just gonna put Germans out there like that?
Well, I mean, it was like Lars or something like that.
Oh my god.
Adolf.
Yeah, I think his last name was something like Hitler, Goebbels. I can't remember, but he started so.
Smittle?
Yeah. It was I think it was Budolf Dittler.
Oh, yeah, I know
Yeah,
him.
yeah, he was
That's
he was a
described as
fucking clown.
Patreon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He'd get out of jail free. Patreon. Yeah. So
do you have any more tortilla chips?
I don't, dude. There's tortilla chips
Obviously
right
some
here.
tortilla chips in this bag.
I see a few, but there's a lot of queso.
Just drink it like
Dude,
a
yeah,
savage.
just get a spoon.
You don't need a
You,
spoon.
you ever spooned queso? Mm-hmm. What are you, some kind of liberal?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Go watch Death Wish.
Go watch
Yeah,
that.
right. Maybe it'll change my mind.
Have you heard of this? I've been obsessed with this idiot, John De La Rose.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I was fucking with him on Twitter.
I just got done fucking with him on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because he said, "Oh, the free story on my Patreon this month is a story that I submitted to a Christian magazine. They loved the characters, they loved the world, but they said it was too Christian for them. I'm proud of this story, and I'm proud that it was censored." It's like, dude, sounds like they're being nice in a rejection.
Yeah.
You know, that's not censorship, you dumb.
Do you think
idiot.
they said, no, this is too Christian? That was the rejection.
Yeah, right.
We don't like
Hold on,
Christ.
you guys got to tell me who this person is.
Oh, dude, it's just it's a guy, he's the leading Hispanic voice in science fiction. Like, that's what he calls
That's what
himself.
he claims.
Yeah. And he writes basically Trump fan fiction. I mean, the one thing I read of his was I didn't read it all because it was just so bad, but it was like from the perspective of Barron Trump and the youngest Trump
The
son.
boy?
Yeah, the boy.
I thought you meant like a Trump that couldn't have children.
I doubt he can have He's been around.
From a barren
He's
Trump.
been around way too much radiation.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Plutonium.
and he just basically thinks that like everything is censoring him because he's Hispanic and he's a conservative who likes Trump. And it's just like, no, dude, you just suck. Like, you're a bad writer.
Yeah, he only recently came to my attention because someone retweeted something he wrote about crisis actors from that recent shooting.
Oh yeah.
So that's
yeah.
when I began laying into him, but I don't really know exactly who he is.
Well, I mean, it works for him, right? Because we're talking about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But
you can visit his website.
yeah, he said something like, I guess Twitter verifies crisis actors now, and it was just like the victim of a school shooting who had a blue check mark because he's he got popular because he's advocating for gun control, and it's just like, dude, are you jealous because you didn't get verified? But he has like a cross symbol next to his Twitter name about :blank.
There we go. That's how I find him.
Yeah. But he's just a boner who just like thrives on being an asshole.
Yeah.
But we get really bored of the internet, so I like to just shit on people
Every
now and then.
I forgot to give you that fucking sheet of paper from that museum in San Francisco, the International Museum. No. The International. No.
You tell the story. Tell the story.
It's IMIA is the abbreviation for this museum. International Museum of fucking something art. Anyway, we get off the subway, the BART, in San Francisco, and we have to wait like an hour to check into our hotel. Yeah. And we just saw this lady try and steal this bike from this dude at a stoplight because she had an emergency. She
was a vigilante, man.
And then she was wearing a gray hoodie, and then she just
Bruce Willis should have shot him in the face.
It was Bruce Willis in a wig. Is what it was. But anyway, so we're like, where the fuck are we? What are we doing? Let's just go in the first place we see, and it happened to be this old church that got converted into a museum. We go in there. There's no information about anything. It's like no other museum I've been in. You have to go around a corner to get into the actual artwork. You have to pay there, so you don't really know what you're getting yourself into before.
It's a gamble.
Yeah, we were like, fuck it.
How much was it?
$15 each we were in on this museum.
Wow.
And we get in there, and there's this really like intricately designed fake Chinese garden, like
okay,
that's like no water, but it's just painted blue, and like there's a little stream going through, and there's some video playing in Chinese that I couldn't really understand, but I just sat there and looked at the screen anyway because we had like an hour to kill.
It was shit talking to you, man.
Yeah, right? So we get up to the upper level, and we're like, introduces this something about this being the Buddha, the third incarnation of Buddha, and all this shit. And I was like, oh wow, I didn't know that was a thing in Buddhism that you could do this, right?
Yeah.
So we keep going into the museum. We see some like classical European art in there mixed with some like Asian art, and then it takes like 45 minutes to get through this museum.
The place is huge.
It's not that big, but they just like create
like
all
IKEA.
these curves where like you can't get out of it, right? And we start to figure out that the shit is fucking Photoshop, dude.
What?
It's Photoshop. It's fake. Like,
all the art.
Like not all of it. Some of it's real. Some of it's fake. I don't get it. It's like the most insane shit ever. Like, I thought it was an art installation just to make you question whether or not it was real, right? Because we're receptive people. We're in there, like, trying to understand what's happening, and then we're like, wait a second. And we make it down, and we're the only ones in here, by the way, I should say. So it's starting to get a little eerie that for an hour we're the only ones in there, right? Mm-hmm. And then this small Asian woman comes up to me.
She was also photoshopped.
she was, yeah, right. And she starts explaining to me before we could say anything. Yeah, some people think this is fake, but this is just the the way Chinese art is. They use a different type of paper.
Okay.
And then she asked me if I've seen the video, and then she switches it to English, and it's just some fucking propaganda bullshit.
What was it trying to tell you?
It was just trying to tell me that everything that I just saw was real art, and that this incarnation of Buddha has like became Buddha because he was just so good at art. Like he just elevated above.
I still believe it's an art
everybody.
installation or something. Some weird San Francisco billionaire.
So anyway, you search this person's name. I can't fucking remember his name now.
Yeah.
But it's some kind of like Buddhist cult.
Nice.
I guess every religion is prone to it. I wouldn't have thought Buddhism was one, but that's how little I know over here.
Well,
in the West.
Myanmar, dude. The Buddhist government is killing Muslims over there. They're all. And they follow that cult, so. But you should be proud of yourself that you gave them $30.
Yeah, right. Fuck, man.
You just bought them a new AK-47.
On the black market.
On the deep web.
On the deep web. What was the website again, dude?
About :blank. You're trying to get there.
I would join the cult, I think. How about you?
I was in a cult when
What?
I was growing up, yeah.
I've been dying to hear more about this, man.
So
A cult, you could watch The Simpsons, though.
I could watch
Right?
The Simpsons, yeah. Because my parents were really young when they had me. But, so my dad joined this cult. It was called the Worldwide Church of God. If you look it up on Wikipedia, it'll tell you some stuff about it. But it was a guy started by this guy named Herbert Armstrong. And he had this radio church. And it was called the Radio Church of God. And he...
That name sounds familiar.
Well, it was in like the 40s in California.
That was around then.
Yeah, you look good, man. You're
Thank you. That's the case, though.
And so he basically started this Christian cult that believed that the end of the world was coming. He knew the date. He could prove it with scripture and all that kind of stuff. And lo and behold, every date he predicted passed by. That didn't stop anybody from joining the church because my dad, I think he joined after each past apocalypse was supposed to be.
Rejoin? Did you have to rejoin?
No,
did your contract end on that date and then you had to re-sign a contract? Sorry, we're doing this again. You gotta come back in.
We fudged the numbers a little bit.
Yeah, we're working on it.
But yeah, so when I was growing up, until I was about like 10 or something, we were in this cult. We couldn't like celebrate birthdays, holidays. Although my mom was still Catholic, so we still snuck around. But Halloween was terrible. And I just remember one time we were at like a Bible study, which was on Saturday. It was just, oh God, just want to throw up.
Why on a Saturday?
It's just one of those weird things.
Just to piss everybody off.
It was a true Sabbath.
It was like
basically,
Saturday.
right?
It was the Black Sabbath.
Yeah. And I remember the teacher saying, the people of this world, they love evil. They love Halloween. And they like watching The Simpsons. And my heart fucking dropped. I was like,
we're fucking evil,
like,
dude.
whoa. My dad
are
lets
going
me
to
watch
hell.
The Simpsons. And that's when I knew it was bullshit. It was when they said that, I was like, okay, this is dumb.
It sounds a lot like Southern Baptist.
The Simpsons saved my goddamn life, dude.
It sounds a lot like you were a Southern Baptist, dude.
Well, Jehovah's Witness.
That's the way it was.
It was more like Jehovah's Witness than
We
Southern
were fucking
Baptist.
like that too. Like I remember when Harry Potter was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
The people that were in my church, like my mom never took us, my dad never took us.
Yeah.
But when I was 13, I was like, you know what? We moved to a new town. The only friend I made was religious, and his family was religious, so I started going with him.
Mm-hmm.
And that church was like no dancing, right?
Did you live in?
No rock and roll music because it like gets your heart rate
Gives
up.
you a boner.
You might be in the car. Like one of the dads even said this. You might be driving on the road. You hear that rock and roll music. You turn it up. Your foot just goes a little more on the gas pedal. Next thing you know, you're speeding down the road. Like they truly believe that shit.
Man, he has a
and
point.
Harry Potter, they were like that promotes witchcraft, which isn't.
I've heard that before.
Which isn't about Jesus. And like this is fucked because what the fuck, dude? No sense of humor at all. Like lighten up, man.
Did you have any religious upbringing?
Yeah, well, I didn't, but I have my family did.
Yeah.
When my dad was a kid, his mother answered the front door to a Jehovah's Witness who did the whole ding dong. And she brought
Ding dong ditch got a flaming bag of shit.
Yeah, that's what they do. But
I heard of those guys.
She let him in, and then, like that day, she was a Jehovah's Witness all of a sudden.
Dude.
And the whole family just went to shit after that. Like, they had some money. My grandfather was a scientist.
Yeah.
He was on the team that invented fake level.
Nice.
Leather? Is that
yeah. He was friends with the guy. No, his dad was friends with the guy who came up with Fritos.
Damn.
He had a chance to go in on it, but he was like, "Nah, that's stupid."
What?
Yeah, I feel real.
That's a big mistake.
Yeah, I know. Thank God he's dead.
You could have been. You could have been a Frito.
You could have been a
heir,
Frito dude.
I'm heir to the Frito Empire.
Now you're just a pleather, man.
Yeah, that's what they call me. So yeah, man, it just destroyed the family. They got divorced. My dad's dad, he became an alcoholic and died like a few years after that from liver poisoning. He just drank himself to death.
All because of Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah, man. I mean, she gave all the money to the church.
Jesus.
My dad had like 7 brothers, and they were all Jehovah's Witnesses. And when my dad was in his 20s, he was kicked out because he moved in with a lady.
Yeah.
And he wasn't realizing that was a sin.
Yeah.
And they just all stopped talking to him.
Completely.
They shun you. They can shun you in that religion.
I think my grandmother visited like 3 times when I was alive, and every time she wouldn't talk to him. If we ate a meal, he had to sit in a separate room. It was fucked up.
Dude, that sucks.
Yeah, well, she's dead, so.
See you later.
Yeah.
She's having a grand old time in heaven.
She lived in Dallas, too.
That's right. That's where I'm from, the Dallas area. So I know about that.
Should have visited.
You should have visited Dallas when she was alive?
Yeah, she died like last year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I never visited at all.
Well, it sounds like she sucked.
In the bizarre turn of events, when I was a kid, she bought me the box set of Lord of the Rings, the novels. How does that make sense? I don't know.
Well, the leftover money from the church.
Yeah.
She wasn't even paying attention.
Nah,
she was like,
old.
"Let me get this. This is the first book that I could think of. This is hot right now. Let me get this."
I have a memory of sending one of the things I had written, like when I was like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
It was about a ghost, and we mailed it to. She was in Virginia at the time.
Yeah.
And she sent me back like all these like you'll go in the hell pamphlets. Like you can't write about this.
Really?
And I was like, oh okay, she's a crazy person.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So, my question about cults is, the cult leaders must really believe it most of the time.
I don't
right?
think so.
You think it's less frequent that they believe it and more frequent that they know they're fucking with everybody?
So here's what I think. I think there's like a curve. There's like a bell curve, right?
Yeah.
Where they believe that they found something that nobody else has found, right?
And they're just schizophrenic.
And they get some power, and always with male cult leaders like that, they have this. They have women come around them, and they get this power, right?
Yeah.
And so they stop believing. I think they stop believing it, but then they amass so much power and influence that they trick themselves into believing it again. It's like, I must be on the right. I must be right.
It's always based on, I should say, like apocalyptic cults. Yeah. Why don't they just set the end date if they know they're fucking with people for like 200 years?
Yeah.
Maybe they
just don't ever have to deal with it. Just be like, you know what? The end of the world's not now. But think about your kids, your grandkids, like 200 years from now, this shit's going to go down.
That's where Christianity fucking kills it in the swindle game. It's like,
they don't give you
the end of the world's going to come at it like a thief in the night. No one knows when it's going to come, so be prepared.
Yeah, exactly.
They're smart.
Keeps people on the hook.
Smart.
You got to keep people on the hook.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
St. Paul. Fucking con man.
That's right. I think it's safe to say none of us are religious here.
No,
I'm a devout Catholic.
Get out of my house. No, the Jehovah's Witnesses, they came to my house a couple times when I first got it, and I was just like, guys, from my closed door, did you see that sticker? You're on camera. I'm never going to convert. Please stop coming. And so they actually skip over my house now.
Oh my god, they're just masturbating.
Yeah, I was just like,
please stop coming.
Please stop coming. I can't see anymore.
Joking off Jehovah's Witnesses. I work with a Jehovah's Witness.
Wait, how does that work out? Like, are they allowed to?
Look.
Well, I mean, like, are they allowed to work in a hotel where people are fornicating and stuff?
Yeah, man. He's an awful Jehovah's Witness. He plays video games. He's invested in Bitcoin, which has to be some type of sin.
It's got to be, yeah. That's gambling right there.
Yeah, he does a lot of games. He loves science fiction. I'm always giving him shit like, you can't do this, man. What will your mom say?
How old is he?
Like 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna fall off. Dude.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
But he does a thing like every weekend. He has to spend all day just knocking on doors.
Dude, that's fucking. Sucks.
Is that the deal? Like
Yeah.
you have to canvas for like forever,
Yeah.
or do you have like is it like the military where you do it for 4 years and you serve your time and then you?
Well, Mormons have like a 2-year ministry or whatever.
Yeah, I knew about that. That's
Yeah.
why they're always on mountain bikes in the city with.
And they got the
helmets.
black ties and white shirts.
At least they get a bike. Jehovah's Witnesses, they have to walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they parked their car, man, and then
He
they
can't
walked.
drive though. He doesn't have a license.
Oh, so he's got to walk,
He's walking.
dude.
Why can't
Does he just
drive?
knock on all the hotel
He
doors?
spent all his money in Bitcoin.
Yeah, right.
He's given like $3,000 in the Bitcoin.
And the big.
He owes so much debt and credit cards he's taken out.
God.
Oh, dude, stop doing this.
I
Just for
feel
Bitcoin.
bad for people who you can just watch fucking derail, and there's really nothing you can do because it's not your life. And the other thing is,
Yeah.
you're kind of interested to see how it all shakes out.
He's always inviting me to come join him at the Watchtower. I'm like, nah, man.
What is that?
It's-
So that's like the church.
Oh
They
shit!
do. It's those.
It's called the Watchtower.
Yeah.
That's fucking spooky, dude.
Yeah.
It's little buildings that have no windows at all. If you look at them, windowless buildings.
that is so fucked up.
Yeah.
It's kind of awesome. Like someone designed this crazy fucking tyranny,
Yeah.
but people willingly
It's
join
kind
it.
of awesome.
Well, I mean, like,
Dude,
I mean, it's like
how
L.
does
Ron
that
Hubbard,
even
you know?
happen? Is blowing my mind that shit even happens.
Well, you think about it's like the L. Ron Hubbard, right?
Yeah.
The science fiction writer who was probably like John De La Rose or whatever.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah. And he started his own cult. It was like,
Kevin Strange.
this is the best. Kevin. So what's Kevin Strange?
Go
do?
ahead. Go
Go
ahead.
tell me about Kevin Strange.
I will after you
Yeah.
finish your thought.
I forgot, dude.
No.
So yeah, so
Anthology.
but what's awesome about these things that are totally not awesome at all in any way is that the human capability of people to continually follow these people who failed at almost everything else in their life, basically,
Yeah.
and they start a church, and that's what hits. You know, what about Kevin Strange?
He's just the same as the one guy.
John De La Rose?
Yeah, him. Just some idiot right wing riddle who's always talking shit and saying the craziest Alex Jones type of material he can come up with.
See, I know less about him, but I'll.
Most people do. He's a waste of space.
Yeah,
But it just reminded me of him when you said,
John De La Rose.
but yeah, like a failed riddle. He has like 2 or 3 devout followers who
Yeah,
helps him attack people on social media.
is that Mr. and Mrs. Strange?
You know, is that what makes them like terrible writers at the same time? Is that idea that you're gonna be like, I'm gonna like tell you something. I have the answers, and this is how. Like, if that's the way you wrote too, of course nobody liked your
I
shit.
think
dude.
that's I think that attitude contributes to being a bad writer. So if you feel like you have a message and you're better than everybody else, and you know this
your
truth,
shit
it's
sucks
like,
already.
you might as well write the fucking Bible, dude, because you
Yeah,
know
your
everything.
shit sucks.
Yeah, like
you know?
if someone says a bad thing about someone they write, it's that's because they believe in the liberal agenda.
I know.
Yeah,
But no, you just suck at writing.
Yeah,
it can be bad.
You're a bad writer. You're just preaching to me, dude.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Too extreme for these snowflakes.
Is that what he said?
Probably.
Why does everyone have something against snowflakes, man?
I don't know, man. They're
Not
beautiful.
that bad. I'd love to see a snowflake. I've never seen
It
one.
snowed like last year, man. It was great.
It did snow, didn't it?
Did it?
I don't know
Yeah.
if I ever see a snowflake. I'm
I
gonna
saw
have my
some
arms
snow
crossed.
sludge.
Shoot, we had a.
I mean,
full-on
like
snow.
what you see when you're a kid, right?
Yeah,
You know,
Like, I
we
mean,
had
like
full-on
something
snow.
like this big falling. You're like, wow.
that's what we had last year.
Where was I?
I don't
man?
know.
Was
It
I
was-
working?
it
Dude,
was
you
nuts.
you must have been working. I don't know, man. It snowed.
I don't remember anything.
I mean, I'm from Indiana, so I know what snow is.
I was like,
Dude,
oh,
for
what
me,
is this?
For me, it was
What?
mythical, man. I'd never really seen snow. Like, I'd never seen it snowing. Let's say
Yeah,
that.
no one at my house had that. And like Dylan walked out and immediately slipped on his ass. He's like, "What's going on?"
I hate God. Why does this happen to me?
What else?
What else is there?
What do you guys? We've already talked about what you're working on now, right? You
Yeah.
have the magazine. When is that coming out? Do you know yet?
I don't know. We got to talk
Fuck.
about it.
Yeah.
We gotta come up with a theme. Maybe we could come up with a fucking theme.
All right, what's the title?
Dude, religion.
The
It's
Cockroach
cults.
Conservatory.
Cults.
Hell yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
It seems like it has to be that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Is it going to be non-fiction, fiction?
I think it'll be fiction, right?
Yeah.
Mostly fiction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly fiction. I think we're gonna mix in like an interview, like do some sort of like letters to the editor or something else that we mentioned.
Interview someone who's in a cult.
Dude, that would be fun.
You should get Brian Evanson.
But who's gonna do that?
Interview Brian Evanson. Do you know who he is? Do you?
No.
He's an amazing writer. I mean, he's written a lot of books. One was called Last Days.
Uh-huh.
But he's an ex-Millman.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he was kicked out. He laughed. He always talked shit about how it's basically a cult.
Yeah.
He used to like teach and shit. He would be a good guy to get.
To interview?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. The only thing is framing it as a topic for writing. To just say cults and throw it out to someone to write about.
Well, tales from the cults.
Gotcha.
Cul-de-sac.
Cul-de-sac. There you are.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
But I like it. I like the idea of doing something about religion or cults or...
Yeah.
It would be fun for the visual art aspect of it all.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
What are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
I
mean, what are you writing? I know what you're doing. I can see you.
Yeah, I'm just masturbating. Sorry.
What are you doing? Stop that.
Yeah, he's kind of like, what are you doing? I'm doing something very solitary. No one can join in, but you're welcome to watch. Same old shit, man. Writing a bunch of
You
stories.
still doing the road trip novel?
Still doing it, yeah.
Cool.
It's coming along. Although things have slowed down, things are always kind of slowing down.
You're writing The Hangover 4? Or
No.
what is the road trip?
Only
novel?
road trip thing, you know.
Which is the exact same thing as the last three.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all I do is copy the word. It's just transcribed. No, so basically these guys. Well, actually, it involves a cult. Basically.
Oh man.
I always have cults. So, but this old couple is traveling to Las Vegas because they never had a proper honeymoon. Now that they're retired, they figure they should have a honeymoon. They see something bouncing on the side of the road on their way, and they decide to pick him up because he has no arms and no legs. So what harm could he possibly do to them? That's the beginning of the end for their whole road trip. But it should be fun. And then also there's a radio show that's always on because they're driving the whole time. So there's a snippets of this radio show, and it's a Alex Jones-like character constantly kind of commenting with the action.
Nice.
There's a part. I did actually with Bobby Hilliard. I went out to Houston for this brewery had writers over. It was me, Bobby, Lucas Mangum, John Wayne Communal, and a couple other. Oh, Kelby Losack, and I actually read the first 500 to 600 words of the story. But yeah, I mean that's the big thing I'm working on. But I'm also like shifting attention to different short stories and stuff like that constantly.
How close are you to being done with it?
Not close. I probably have a couple more months.
Nice.
Yeah.
What is the biggest writing, publishing related regret that you have that you've done so far?
You didn't ask me that? Yeah. Well, currently my first publisher is sitting in jail.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he's in jail.
What the fuck? What did he do?
What did he do? I actually don't know exactly what he did.
What was he accused of?
He was accused. Well, he was accused and convicted. So yes, we can say it.
Yeah.
He's a pedophile.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I always thought something was weird with these people. But at first, when you submit your, and that's how I actually got to know you, is because he asked you for a
How'd you know?
I'm sorry.
He looked at the registry and found you.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look, Max Booth, another pedophile.
An alternative duotrope.
What?
An alternative duotrope.
Yeah, pedotrope. Duopedo. No, but you actually, he asked you to blurb death thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. and he didn't use it, but that's how I knew who you were. He didn't use it, man. Because he's a fucking pedo. He has too much fucking pederast.
I'm a child. Dude, I was like 19.
Oh my god. Well, you were legally an adult.
Damn.
But that's how I got to know you. But you know, the whole thing is they said they're gonna pay royalties, and as soon as royalties were due for the first round of writers, which like whatever, it wasn't that much anyways. It was kind of a lot, but it wasn't. It was a lot to me. But they started doing GoFundMe's like, her life's falling apart. We got to run away because her ex-husband is trying to do this and that. And it's just fucking crazy stuff. So I started thinking, okay, I'm never going to get paid. That's okay, though. That's okay. And just shit just fell apart from there. And I always thought something was weird about him because he always constantly like would email me and just talk about nothing. And I was like, dude, I don't want to talk to you. And for like a year after the press had gone under, I was feeling kind of bitter and stuff. And but he would still try to be like in the scene, you know?
Yeah.
And he would still try to be in the scene. And everyone had a bunch of goodwill towards him. But then someone posted that, I heard it from Bobby, that he was in jail for molesting his kids or whatever. And, you know, so I'm not the victim in that story. They're the victim in the story.
Right,
My biggest regret is not doing any research, but just like going with the first guy who gives me a kiss is like, all right, we're getting married and having a baby.
You couldn't have known.
Right,
I mean, you can't predict shit like that.
I found out, I don't know if it's appropriate, but I found out later he didn't pay anybody. And like he actually blocked his artists.
Of course it's appropriate. Fuck this guy. He molested his kids.
Summit. Yeah. Well,
Fuck that guy.
No,
And he didn't pay
just for the sake of
no
the
big
other people in the story.
Oh, okay.
You know, but I heard that he blocked the artist who did like the cover art and stuff.
Yeah, he did.
He blocked him and didn't pay him and anything. And that part of the story I found out last. But I remember him saying, "Hey Andrew, if you make posters of the Death Thing cover, are you going to cut me in? And can you not tell Dyer Wilk about it?" And I was just like, okay, that means I'm not making posters because I'm not going to cut you in. And I'm definitely not going to like keep it from the artist. You know, it was bizarre. But I had no idea what the purpose. I didn't put these all together.
This was a Death Thing.
Yeah. So I had no idea why this bizarre... I was too idiotic to put these things together that he wasn't paying the artist, whose name I just said on accident. But
fuck it.
yeah, but then later I didn't get
Craig
paid.
McNeely.
No. I didn't want to say Dyer Wilk because Craig McNeely is the pedophile. He's in jail. He's in Louisiana, and may he be there for the rest of his life.
As far as we know, Dyer's never molested anyone.
Yeah.
No, Dyer has absolutely not.
Not accused, not convicted.
Right.
He has not been convicted at this time.
Dyer Wilk, if you are listening, or anyone who knows Dyer Wilk is listening,
Do not tell him.
I'm so sorry about the confusion here. Dyer Wilk is a phenomenal artist and a good person. Craig T. McNeely is a bad person and not a great artist. And he's in jail because he's a fucking criminal.
Yeah.
No. And, you know, hopefully he stays there for the rest of his life.
And that was your biggest regret?
Biggest regret is just going with the
something that somebody else did.
Well, I understand that. It's
get
a lack of research because I've done that myself.
Yeah. You know, and someone said, "Oh, I want to publish your book," because he asked me. You know, I wasn't submitting really anywhere. He asked me, and I was like, "Whoa, hey, I'm a big boy now." Yeah. You know, so but for whatever it's worth, like whatever. Obviously, I'm still beaten up by the whole thing.
You kind of are.
Yeah,
I can see you. Yeah, I know.
Well, because it's just like just the severity of the crimes. You know, him not paying me, okay, that's just like every other...
Dude, murder would have been a better crime to commit.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Like, it would have been... it wouldn't have hurt as much to say. That one's just like...
Yeah.
It's intense.
Unforgivable.
Yeah, totally unforgivable.
That's a tough one.
But,
that's a tough one.
You know, like, he hasn't contacted me since he's been in jail, but I know that he contacted... What? Yeah, because actually, see, this is why Bobby should have been here, was... He
wouldn't talk about it.
I don't know, but we're going to talk about it now. He sent me like a screenshot of his email, and it was like, "This is the prison system, and this prisoner,
Right.
Craig T. McNeely, would like to talk to you. He's like, should I answer it? It's like, man, I wouldn't fucking answer it. He's a fucking pedophile.
What's he gonna say to you?
Yeah.
Anyway,
He's gonna be full of bullshit. Like, of course. Oh, I'm in jail because I got. No, dude, you're in jail because you deserve to be there. You know?
yeah. Are you saying that everyone in jail?
No. No. I'm saying him. There's a pattern of behavior that fits
Yeah.
the crime, and me being a certified detective.
Right. After all, that one time.
Yep.
You were.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Got to the bottom of it.
So fuck that guy. And okay, in the name of the press, this is a big one. Double Life Press.
Whoa!
It's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Whoa! That blows my mind.
And
Double life.
he also had a poem published somewhere. I remember I was being so pissed off. I was like, I remember this motherfucker wrote a poem. It's this really long poem, and it's really bizarre. It's about dogs barking behind them. It's just it's almost like he's.
Do you think it makes it worse that he created art, right?
No, I mean he didn't create art. He published art, basically. Well, I mean, I guess the poem was creating art, but
Was it?
Was it though?
is a poem ever
He
art?
published some good books too.
Yeah.
So he had good taste.
Yeah, he had great taste.
He had great taste. He had good taste.
Yeah, 100% certified pedophilia fresh.
What about you, Trey?
The only thing I've never been published.
Right, but you mean to the magazine.
But the magazine.
Yeah.
My only regrets with that is that everything I don't know.
So you're a pedophile?
Yeah, that's my biggest regret is that I'm still harboring that secret.
No longer a secret.
The main regret was it was really fun at first, and it was because it was super fresh.
Yeah.
And it was fun to just kind of piece everything together. I remember the goal every single month, I'm going to put this magazine out.
Yeah.
And I think that's my regret is kind of confining it to I had to put it out, and I had to put it out within a month, and I had to keep everybody involved. Mm-hmm. But it's submission based ultimately, right?
Yeah.
So when people aren't submitting as much, they're like, dude, fuck your magazine this month, right? Mm-hmm. It's just putting together anything I could to make the issue come out instead of being I'm going to create some high quality stuff, make sure it's super legit before I put it out. And I think ultimately it led to a little bit of dissatisfaction on my part. And probably other people could sense that too. So I think really just creating rules about it so much that
makes sense.
It had to happen then. It had to be every single month. Because the main thing was to keep people engaged. That was the idea about it, right?
Yeah.
But if you're just putting your own shit in there to make it even big enough to put it out,
yeah,
you're nah, man, maybe I need to abandon that idea altogether. Yeah. So.
Well, it's also exhausting.
That's the other thing too, and monetarily, if you're putting $200 in it every single month, you're nah, I'm gonna lose interest really quick.
Yeah, especially I'm not making $205 back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and I didn't want it to be about that, but you gotta set it. Yeah, you gotta set it up at least so it's self-sustaining, so you don't have to worry about that every single time. So I think this next one being every 4 months, will make sure the quality's up there.
Yeah,
we're gonna pay people for stories. We're gonna pay people for art.
Great.
And do it every 4 months. That way we could have a show every single time.
Yeah, we could still
do a release.
Every month is just too time consuming. How could you ever do any promotion?
Yeah. No, and I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
It's by the time you get one down, it's okay, time to begin the next one.
Yeah. There was no promotion at all. It was just and then it kind of got to the point where anybody could submit. Because you're not paying anyone, right?
Yeah.
So, and I wanted to get the word out that people were welcome, but I decided to do an all poetry issue.
This is your last one you're working on.
It's not going to happen.
Oh, you're not going to do it?
I'm not going to do it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I'm not going to do it.
That's news.
So
breaking news.
All right, so maybe I got 6 poems, right?
Yeah.
Whoever gave me a poem, I just sent them an email. Sorry, the issue's not happening. But we're going to have a show. If you want to come do a reading of your poem,
yeah,
you're more than welcome. I'll hold the floor for you, but
Hoping no one does that though, right? Hoping no one.
No, I hope some people take that invitation, but I know that most of them wouldn't, right? So you're kind of like putting it out there, like if you want to do it, this is my consolation. Like, give you the space so people could see it or hear it or whatever. But that was the downfall, trying to do poetry only.
Yeah, wow. It was bad. It was the bad stuff.
That was the downfall right there. It was like, nah, man. What am I doing?
What about you, Max?
No regrets.
You have no regrets? I bet you can have a
No
regret in 2
regrets.
weeks. You do Castle Rock Radio every week.
Oh man, I don't know. I have 2 already done, so give me 3 weeks.
All right, cool.
I don't know, man. Kind of similar to you, minus the pedophilia. Just a lot of going with anyone who says, "Yeah, I'll publish this," and not thinking about what that could mean for me. Going with presses, I don't pay anything.
Yeah.
My first book came out when I was 19. It was a collection.
Yeah.
From some Australia micro press.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it's no longer in print because
Yeah.
it was awful. It was just the writing wasn't ready to be published yet. So I'm glad no one else can read that now.
Yeah.
That's a big regret.
What was the name of the anthology?
It was called True Stories Told by a Lyle.
Nice.
Which is a great title.
Yeah.
I might use it again.
I might be able to find it, dude. True Stories
Told by a
Told by a
Lyle.
Liar.
You probably can.
You said that it was out of print, but you know.
I emailed him like 2 years after the fact, like, hey, let's stop selling this. This is bad.
Yeah.
Do you have the right? Can you say that?
Yeah, I have the right to.
You could be like, look,
Oh.
no more.
I mean, they could have said no. We're going to still publish it, but
Right.
they were like, yeah, it's not selling anyway.
Yeah, right.
Jeez.
The last book I did, The Nightly Disease, that was a big clusterfuck. It was published by a press called Dark Fuse, and I haven't been paid at all yet. They went bankrupt, and I never received a dime. They ended up just ripping off everybody they published the year I decided to sign with them. Before that, they were a pretty good press, so I don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I heard about that on the podcast of Brian Keene.
Yeah.
So what do you do? What do you do with all those books? Like they printed books, they have the rights to the books.
Well,
are they still selling the books and getting the money off of it?
Well, it's
or how
print
does
on
that work?
demand, so I mean.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
Right.
And with The Nightly Disease, the press shut down completely, so they don't sell anything now. So I got the rights back, and I self-published it through my own press.
Nice.
Because no one else is going to be like, yeah, I'm going to publish this book that you just released 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they shut down 6 months after the book came out.
Damn.
It's bad timing.
And that book, that book is fucking great too.
Thank you.
Did you bring a copy?
Did you bring a copy?
I have
for
some in
me?
my trunk, from the... I never took them out from the show we did.
Oh,
Nice.
I
Cool.
just-
I'm glad that happened.
Yeah.
You did that so that I could have one of those copies.
Well, we got to get another thing going in Austin or the surrounding
The
area.
telethon.
The telethon. Yeah, but I wanted to.
That is absolutely going to happen.
Yeah, no, that's going to happen. Dude,
It's gonna take
if he says it's going to happen, it's going to
It's
happen.
going to take
That's
a
the way
lot
it
of
is.
preparation
Yeah.
because we have to write
Right.
material to last a whole fucking day.
A whole day.
And
Yeah.
how are we going to broadcast that?
Well, I think we can live stream it.
Yeah?
Right.
We could definitely
yeah.
live stream it.
The only thing is about YouTube.
We couldn't get anyone to hold a fucking camera that
Yeah,
whole
you had a
time.
tripod.
We're
I
gonna
have a
we
tripod.
have to position it and make it happen that way where it'll just fucking someone will be showing
I
it.
do have a tripod.
So
But there you go. Nice.
does any of us on YouTube have 100 subscribers?
I have like 60.
Okay. So basically, you're gonna have to use yours because we have to get to 100 subscribers
Oh.
in order to live stream.
I see.
Yeah.
We could do that. I've
Yeah.
never once advertised it,
Yeah.
so.
There we go.
What is it?
No. To live stream on YouTube, you have to have.
I mean, what is this YouTube channel?
Well, it's just anybody
Just-
has a YouTube channel.
Oh, it's just called Perpetual Motion Machine. It's
Gotcha.
a small press one
Yeah.
because I upload the podcast simultaneously on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah. So we just need to get 100 subscribers. That way we can live stream on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, the idea of the telethon is fucking awesome though, because
Do you want to
it
do it in a
is
live audience? Sorry for interrupting.
a live audience?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
hope
be
so.
fucking awesome.
Cool. We have to pay some stooges to sit there for 24 hours.
Well, no, like, dude, we could con our girlfriends into doing, our wives into doing it. Not girlfriends and wives. I'm not married, so I said girlfriend. But con them into doing it. We have some people that'll do it.
Get some invisible dogs. And
Invisible dogs.
We can have a segment. Invisible dog tricks.
Get your goddamn dog off my lawn.
Dude, there we go.
Dude, like selling the fucking leash.
Yeah.
Like,
this leash, right? Throw it up. Like, oops, killed the dog. But here's the leash.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so that's the next thing we're having. But I want to do something that's not monthly, because monthly's hard to do.
Yeah.
Every 4 months, man.
Every 4 months, just have a show.
Every week.
3 times a year.
Every week.
3 times a year.
So how often are we going to be
so
doing
much
this taco summit?
Man, I don't know. We've been trying to do episode 1 since November.
I know, but we finally, we put it together. We're gonna get those guys to come on.
I would say monthly.
Monthly.
Yeah, especially if sometimes you come out to San Antonio.
Oh yeah, I definitely will.
Because it's always difficult for me because I do the night shift.
Yeah.
So I sleep between 10 and 3 o'clock usually because I pick up kids in the evening.
Yeah.
So just going around the sleeping schedule is always difficult. To drive out to Austin.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll definitely come out to San Antonio.
But yeah, the telethon thing. Let's set a date right now.
3 months from now.
3 months?
No. Can't be 3 months.
Halloween.
Can't be Halloween.
Why not?
I was thinking shorter.
You think shorter than 3 months?
Yeah.
You fucking crazy?
I was thinking shorter than 3 months. April.
That's next month.
Yeah.
Let's do it on 420.
420?
Dude, the 420 smoke-a-thon, dude. 424.
You gotta think about
424 hours.
Well, let's look at a calendar. I mean, we got to think about what day of the week it is. That's
okay.
That's the biggest thing.
It could be on the 24th if it's not.
You know what? It's even it's fucking funnier if you do a 420 special when it's not on 420.
Yeah.
If you did it on like
live stream
413. Like before or after, that makes it that much more awesome.
Like I know Saturdays would be best for me.
Saturdays. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm off on Friday nights and Saturday nights.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll be able to switch things around probably on a Saturday.
You don't work Saturday.
Yeah, but I will open on Sunday. So
yeah.
Saturdays.
So wait, are you Trey's boss? Technically,
no, we're
in a way.
Yeah,
in a way, you are.
Is he a dick?
There are days when he's.
But here's the thing.
My boss.
Trey is actually the person who taught me how to be in the service industry. And I'd never worked like at a restaurant or a bar.
Yeah.
He kind of taught me everything that I knew because I was just some idiot. It's like, oh, I work at a bookstore and I'm poor. And he just kind of like helped me do it. And then he moved to Portland, and I just became other Trey. You know, Trey was always the guy. I didn't know this, but you were just like always. Basically, you did everything. You threw kegs around. You're just totally, the everywhere guy. You taught me how to do that, and then came back. And I was like, hey, welcome back, bitch. And I'll scrub those toilets.
Did you guys meet
like,
at
yes,
radio?
Yeah. We were the first closing crew. So
Yeah.
basically, the first night, me and him worked together, and then the second night we worked together. So we were basically the first closing crew.
Yep.
And it's still that way, kind of. We're still a closing crew.
That's true.
Are you there?
And he gave me Toilet Stories from Outer Space.
What?
That was back in those days.
We had a chat book.
And that was it.
Are you the only two like creative types who
No.
work at radio?
No. I
a
feel
lot
like
of people.
it's-
Like a bit.
Well,
There's a ton of people who are creative. Jack Parker.
that's true. Yeah, but how many employees do we have? Like
20
something?
Yeah.
Is everybody in Austin a creative type?
No.
No.
I wouldn't say that.
All right.
I think that to be our age and work in the service industry in Austin, I think most of the people who are our age working service do have something else that they do on the side.
Yeah.
I definitely noticed a difference between I'm looking at in Cibolo
Yeah.
and Austin. Like no one really gives a shit about books or writing or anything really.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I feel like
yeah.
most people that we work, comparatively speaking,
Yeah.
in Austin, I would say most people are creative types. But that being said, I think there's a small percentage of people in Austin that actually produce.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So I don't think that's true everywhere.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a ton of people who are like, oh, this is what I do, and it never leaves their notebook, it never leaves their computer, GarageBand,
brain.
Right.
it never leaves their brain, whatever's
If only
happening.
I had enough time.
Exactly.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
If I
The
had
actual
a perfect office,
the
I'd
actual
be writing my book right now.
working artists that I know are like a handful of
Yeah.
people who are like actually unless it's their profession. Like tattooer, I know tattooers that
Yeah.
do their thing, but who are working a job outside the arts and producing art on the side.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5 people that I know of.
And that's kind of what I want this podcast to be, is to feature those types.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get like what they do out there.
Yeah. Right.
And also they get free tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get free tacos. Yeah. And I appreciate that because I am the worst at promoting this way. I feel like I'm really good with the handshakes in person.
Yeah.
And being like, hey, what's up? How's it going? This is what's happening. But to reach a broader audience, no way.
Yeah.
I'm the worst. I'm the absolute worst at that.
So when the new magazine comes out, are you going to remain just local? Or are you do you have a website you'll do?
I don't know. This is, Andrew and I are doing this together.
Oh.
This is the 1-2 punch of, I hope Andrew can take the lead on all those things. Because, the interweb.
It's called Dear Man now.
That's what's gonna happen.
You can only read the annual Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, really just having a partner that you could write with. I know you guys are working on something together, right?
Yeah.
Supposedly.
We are.
Yeah.
Still happening.
If you guys do not
I'm
make
doing
that
my
happen,
research, okay?
I'm going to be fucking pissed because that was the funniest fucking story I've ever read.
We'll read all of it.
Ever.
Telethon.
Every-
The book from beginning to end.
Dude, that's another good idea because that'll fill about 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is going to be fucking awesome. It's going to be bizarre because it's going to be at a business that has normal operating hours, right?
Yeah.
From like 7 to 9. 7 in the morning till 9 at night. 10 at night.
Now, will we be accepting actual money?
We are, but people are going to... The thing is, people are going to know who are there.
Yeah.
The fact we're gonna frame it like your money's helping to conserve cockroaches. So if someone doesn't fucking know that that's fake,
they deserve to be.
they deserve. We deserve their fucking
Are we
money
gonna
anyway.
have phone lines and shit?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should have phone line.
We should
maybe
go get a
fake phone.
That should be a skit itself.
Yeah.
Just like having arguments on the phone.
Yeah.
Like, this is not Domino's.
Just off to the side, like having
Yeah.
someone answer phones
Yeah.
at random times. Like I want there to be a million things going on.
Yeah.
This is gonna be great.
Yeah.
This is-
It's
that's
good.
what-
I think
It's gonna
gonna
cost a lot of money, but it's
I-
gonna be good.
I think we have to wait till May though.
Think we have to wait till May?
April. I mean,
April's too close.
April.
All right,
way too
let's
close.
wait till May. I
May.
am trying to buy a house
Okay.
right now, so maybe we'll wait till May. I'm living with my girlfriend's parents.
Yeah.
All right, can we talk about this real quick? Can we do this while this is on?
Talk about
Do
what?
it.
I want to know what his experience is like with the in-laws when you lived. You lived with Nina's parents, right?
Oh, it was great. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Barker.
Hi.
It was great.
That's it. That's that's a non-answer, dude.
Oh, it was great.
What were some of the challenges?
You know, right now.
What was your sex life like when
Wait,
you were living with the in-laws?
You know,
Like,
here's
I want
what's
the
happening in my
deets,
brain right now.
dude.
My brain is going about colon blank. When I'm trying to answer you.
Yeah, man, I want to know. You help me out as a friend. I'm trying to.
As a friend,
Yeah.
depends on how big your room is, how and you no matter how great everything is, your relationship with everybody is, you're always gonna feel like you have to like you're
Wash the dishes.
like you're a guest in someone's house,
Which
you
I think
are.
is healthy to feel that way. You
but
need to feel
also you're gonna feel very self-conscious about every time you come and go. You know?
Yeah.
So you don't want to bother anybody.
I've thought about that shit.
You know?
You just closing the door because
Yeah.
I like my fucking alone time,
Yeah,
right?
but you go-
But her mom doesn't work, so she's home a lot, and I think she likes the idea of us being around, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to. If it's like an everyday kind of thing, like hang out or
Shut
something.
the fuck up, Mom!
And not be a diss if I go in the room and like shut the door and like read and take a nap and do my own thing.
It won't be a diss that way. I'm sure
Alright,
they'll
cool.
understand that. But the thing is, you will be very conscious of that. You think you'll get used to it or get over it, but I never got over it.
Yeah.
The one thing that was great was they were out of town, like they were out of the country for like 3 months.
Whoa.
Whoa. Right. So
That's awesome.
so that was different. But at the same time, you're a guest in somebody's house, and you know that you're inconveniencing them.
Yeah.
And so, you can't really...
Just gotta wash those
You
dishes.
can't really
man.
scream
Just
while you're
gotta
taking
hang.
a shit and whacking it anymore. You kind of just gotta silently say, I love myself.
Yeah.
You know, just whisper to yourself.
Is that what you say as you do it?
I love myself. I love myself. I'm a beautiful human being.
It's a mantra.
Did you fuck me?
I am fucking me.
As is Apple right now.
Shit. Well, it's awesome. We're out of tacos. So
We're out of chips.
We've been out since like 10
We
minutes in.
We still have queso though,
yeah. Well, I'm
and a
not.
bunch of hot sauce that you're gonna have to eat later.
Yeah. Well.
Or Max can take it back on the long trip to San Antonio, and it'll be nice and warm.
Yeah.
Cool.
That went well.
This was fun.
We talked about pedophilia. We talked about cults.
Yeah.
We talked about jacking off in front of in-laws.
Around, not
Around. Like you will
Around.
circling them like a fully awake.
Hey, Andrew, I'm trying to read here.
Look at me. Look
You
at me.
have to circle me. Can't you just pick
love
a
myself.
spot?
Man, that is not what a circle jerk is.
Well, I was experimenting, dude. I learned about it on the dark web. A circle jerk.
How can the audience find all of us?
You can find me at hilbertheckler.com or dearmanbegins.com. My Twitter is at ahilbert3000, and
You could find me 5 days a week at Radio Coffee and Beer on South Menchaca, or selling tacos for Taco Deli. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I have an email. Yeah. It's treyghudson@gmail.com. If you want a preliminary, just be like, dude, I like whatever you talked about, and I want to submit to the upcoming magazine, whatever the issue is.
And if you have an answer,
about that. You know what? If suggestions for what the theme should be for the first magazine,
and if you
open to suggestions,
if you live with your in-laws, tell us how that is.
Yeah.
Any tips?
Yeah.
And that could go on the letters to the editor of the first.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Write a letter to the editor
about the in-laws.
Could be fucking around in-laws.
Stroking your penis while circling your in-laws.
See, that's a very literal.
That's gonna be a big headline.
That should be the title. Austin. This is a Taco Summit. Blank.
If anyone, you know what? If
stroking it around your in-laws.
If anyone has anything to say about this, about blank too, let me know.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
If you know what the fuck he's talking about, and this isn't some fucking Russian code for like activating the robots,
let me know.
All right, and I'm at talesfromthebooth.com, and you can tweet at me at givemeyourteeth. And nice. This has been the Taco Summit. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Sweet. Thank you.
Live spooky, die spooky.